Hey, g'day, it's Buck here from QPMA Australia, and I'm joined by Ryan from Elfhame Apothecary.
Hey everybody.
So, Ryan, I've got you on here today to talk a little bit about your journey as a witch. So, you know, how did it all come about for you?
I actually have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
It started probably about age sort of 13-ish.
Hmm.
It started off with, I've always had a passion for mixing things, so mixing herbs, cooking, things like that. So I remember getting in trouble from my mum from stealing all the herbs from the kitchen. And then she also found some spells and things that were hidden under my bed with the herbs. And then it just sort of spiraled from there. So I've been doing it for the last 13 or only 2 years.
Let's not do too much math, okay?
Yeah, it's just a little bit over 15 years.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah. So I started off like everybody with Wicca. It was quite large back then, and it sort of went from Wicca through to Stregoria, so more sort of ancestral work, and then sort of went from ancestral work from there through to sort of Cornish witchcraft and more traditional witchcraft from there.
Cool. So, well, a few questions, I guess, is when you were younger making these spells, where do you feel they sort of came from for you? Were they sort of more channeled, or was it things that you sort of feel you were borrowed from popular culture, or what informed for you as a young age that, whether intuitive or where did you find it from?
The very first spell that I did do was a love spell.
Oh,
And I kind of substituted a lodestone, which I couldn't find anywhere at that time, especially being nice and young as well with no money. That was the very first spell I did. So that included apple seeds, roses, and I think even lavender. So mixing them up. I think I did go through an internet search phase where I would search a spell, and it kind of moved on to making my own. So I think it was just learning about the different bits and pieces you add into an incense or an infusion or whatever you're doing, and then just sort of going from experience with the herbs through to getting the result from the spell.
cool. And I get with your experience and experimenting with herbs, similar sort of a story there. For me, a lot of my personal journey was the experience of the herb itself, rather than having Cunningham's Book of or something. Does that still play a role for you? Where do you find your balance between, sort of UPG versus lineage knowledge?
I like everybody. I do have a Cunningham's book, and my book is nice and worn. But for sort of the past sort of 10-ish years, it has been more about the feel I get from the herb and the herb's own personality, and then using them and working with them. I think I started off with just mixing the bits and pieces together, and voila, I've got a spell. Where now I know that it's more about the energies and working with the energies than actually mixing things together.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. So you did mention your entry into the Wicca approach. Was that, are you talking lineage initiatory Wicca, or are you talking sort of McWicca 101, the big blue book?
Yes, I have the big blue book. I was with Wicca for probably about 5-ish years.
Trad Wicca, or
no, just mostly eclectic. So practicing with a few friends from school. But that sort of whole sort of 5-ish years, I always had that yearning for more, and that sort of, I love what I'm doing and believe in what I'm doing, but didn't have that fulfillment of what I'm doing now. If that makes sense.
So I guess from there, as a gay man, how did that affect your journey? How did that filter your journey and your perspective. And was it one that you sort of journeyed alone through, or did you find others through that time? So,
Well,
bunch of questions.
in high school, I did like there was a group of three of us,
Mhm.
and the other two were also gay at the same time.
Ah, cool.
So practicing together, we didn't at that point in time really have a gay influence tradition. It was more just typical god and goddess, following the seasons type of thing. But as a gay person, I've never had any issues from family coming out or anything like that, which is fantastic for me and not so great for other people. But I find that I don't think because I haven't had an issue, I haven't needed to seek out specific traditions for men who love men.
Yeah.
If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Like I worship my ancestors now. I do have a tiny bit of god and goddess influence, but not a massive amount. And I find that works for me.
Cool. So where, to put a label on what you do, or labels, where does what might they be, and is there an expression at all of your identity as a gay man as part of those, or is it not identity as a gay man, just identity as you?
I just identify as myself.
Yeah.
Like I can be crazy, I can be a bit emotional sometimes, I can be moody, I can be sleepy, whatever. So we
all the seven dwarfs.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm I don't, with my practice, I find it's a little bit shamanic mixed with traditional witchcraft. And I in that sort of tradition, I don't really feel that I need to make it specifically for gay or queer sort of personalities. And yeah,
awesome, cool. So you're owner of Elfhame Apothecary, and this started in 2010. Can you tell us a little bit about what Elfhame is and actually what it represents for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So Elfhame was started in 2010 on the night of Beltane. Me and my best friend Betsy, we were chanting and having a chat and laughing and eating afterwards, and the concept began there. So I have always wanted a witchy shop ever since I saw Charmed. Oh, sorry, not Charmed. I lie. The Craft.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we all wanted to say.
Yep, I always wanted that shop. And then with my friend Betsy, we worked for a lifestyle brand that was environmentally friendly. So we had probably about 6 years worth of environmental sustainability pumped into it.
Cool.
And I just wanted to create a business that was uniquely environmentally friendly, but also had all of the witchy sort of supplies that you guys can find on the internet but can't actually find in Australia. So slowly but surely we're trying to etch it, bringing in as many things as possible, or creating as many things as possible. And yeah.
Cool. And look, I've definitely got to say that I love the collection of what you offer and the uniqueness of what you offer. I've personally been a customer of yours and do really appreciate the quality and also the ethical sourcing too. I think is really, really important, particularly in our area. I believe too often because of the hype of New Age movement and so forth. We've got lots of crystals being ripped out of the earth and through rather dubious processes, as well as obviously what's happening with resins and herbs as well. So thank you so much for, personally, thank you for incorporating that element of environmentalism into it. Where do you see Elfhame going? What's your vision or journey?
I have my list. So I have a list of products that I want, which I am etching at every single day in terms of sourcing. I would love to have a physical store, but I also want to do it right as well. So over the years, I've noticed that some stores open up, they're there for 6 months and then they close down. So I have done a hell of a lot of research into product, into other business areas as well. And I want to actually do it right. So I don't want to have to open up and close in 6 months.
Yeah.
I want to be fantastic from day one.
And also, obviously, with online market is
Yes.
becoming a lot better and a lot
Yeah.
more accessible. So, with that, until you do have your physical store, whereabouts can people find you?
So we have a Facebook page like every business.
Yep.
Otherwise, if you jump on to www.elfhame.com.au, that's our new website that was launched a week and a half ago, I think.
Yep.
So everything's revamped. We've recently just gone through past 6 months of change of herd. So still certified organic, ethically harvested and ethically sourced, except the ones that we have now haven't been treated with radiation as they come into Australia.
Wow.
So a lot of them
That's
are
really cool.
fantastic, as chemical free as possible,
Yeah.
and voila.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very, very much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Anytime.
And Elfhame, if you don't know, Elfhame have come on board as the official sponsors for Roots and Bones, and we appreciate that so much. So attendees of Roots and Bones will be getting a discount code to be able to shop themselves. Also, there's a wonderful Lucky Door prize, which is being donated by Elfhame, and we're working in conjunction for a Roots and Bones incense that will be exclusively gifted to those attending the event.
It will be amazing.
Wonderful. Well, look, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you grow.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
See ya.